Hello, what's gear to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin 2. In the previous episode, we met the yellow Pikmin, and in today's video we'll be going towards our first dungeon at the perplexing pool. So, starting off our adventures for today, I'd like to take out, let's say 35 reds. Then we'll take out all our purples, and then the rest would be whites. Take care of that, and boom! Yeah, my math was accurate. All shall fear my ability to computate 2 plus 2 equals fish! So, before we go into the dungeon, there's a couple things across the perplexing pool that I'd like to take care of real quick. The first thing I want to do is I want to look for nectar for a moment so that we can raise up our yellows so that they can become almighty and powerful. So they'll take care of that. There's going to be some eggs over this way and over that way. There's been grass. So that's going to be the main focus for the first part of today's video. There's also a treasure outside this area that I'd like to take care of first before we do anything else. So I started this conversation in the previous episode, but then I kind of got sidetracked and didn't finish it. But I wanted to talk about the locations themselves. So a lot of the places that we see here, they're the same places that we've seen in the first Pikmin game. We're going to be going into more specific examples later in the Let's Play. But what I want to point out is the fact that the landscapes have changed so drastically, but the Pikmin seem to still be able to remember us. So when I realized this when I was playing out this Let's Play, it got me curious as to what exactly the life expectancy of a Pikmin is. My theory on this is that Pikmin don't necessarily have to have a life expectancy. Because they're also plant-like animals, because they're also plants, it might be possible that they could actually live forever. Now, this is kind of the only thing pointing towards this theory might being accurate, but it is something that I wanted to share because it's a theory I've been thinking about for a while. So, the first thing we'll want to do, this might seem like something that'll bring back traumatic memories of those who've played the first game. You want to have your Pikmin swarm up against the wall over here, and then over here, oh, it's a treasure. It's a Twizzer. Go up against the corner right there, and then throw the Pikmin onto the toppy tip. It is a lot easier to do in this game than it was in the first one. Let me just say that right now. There was a similar puzzle in the first game, and the Pikmin were really bad about falling off the cliff. No! No! You come back here. Come back here. Come back. No! Oh, you're right. Why did you go up the ledge? Why did you go up the ledge? Okay, that was my bad. But why did that one go up the ledge? I was whistling and he was ignoring me. Oh, that is gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. Okay. Okay. Get back over here. Alright, I guess we'll take out some more reds so that we can have a full squad before we go onwards. I'm not happy about that. Move it. Move it. Move it. Move it. Move it. We like to move it, move it. We like to move it. Oh! It's a peanut butter jar. Gherkin Gates. Whenever I see the word gherkin, it makes me think of Kim Possible, because there's that one episode when, Draco and Dragon and Jago are talking, and the entire episode, Dragon's trying to get the pickle jar open, but he can't open it. And all the muscular guys, all the muscular henchmen are trying to open it, and none of them can do it. And then when Dragon saves Oshigo towards the end, he's like, we're gonna do, I'll need your help for Project Gherkin. This is Project Gherkin? Seriously, I tried everything. And then she opens it. No problem. It's one of the funniest things on the entire show. I loved Kim Possible. That was one of my favorite TV shows when I was a kid. Like, me and my sister Mercury, we watched it a lot when we were kids and things like that. That was such a good show. Alright then. So, we're now inside the Citadel of Spiders. Spiders! Spiders, 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 spiders! As we saw in the opening thingy, there are going to be fire and electrical hazards in this place. So that means we're going to need to have some reds and yellows with us. But the thing is, we don't actually need yellows that much in this dungeon. Your electrical hazards are only really a thing on one floor, and even then it's kind of not super required. So, in theory, you probably could do this without yellows at all. In theory, I think. I want to stress, this is a theory and might not be accurate. I might be an idiot. But I did practice for this yesterday, so I like to think I at least somewhat know what I'm talking about. Sometimes, maybe. But again, remember, I'm also an idiot, so that might be inaccurate. Love nuggets. Man, the fruit in this game still look pretty great. And we got all the treasures in the floor, so now we'll move on to the next one, because that's how the dungeon progression in this game works. As soon as we don't get stuck on a tree. That's usually a good advice. We don't have to worry about the ones not in our squad, because they will follow us down eventually. I mentioned how much I love the sound effect that they make when they fall down the hole. Alright, oh, this floor. Alright, so we got some fire hazards now that we'll have to deal with. So let's go over here. Because usually getting caught on fire is not something that I recommend. Ah, that was a nectar thing. See what's over here. Oh no! Okay, murder, kill, death, vengeance! Murder, kill, death, vengeance! Ah, okay, we're fine. We are fine. We're good, yeah, we're feeling alright. We're gonna have the best night of our life. Okay, I don't remember the names of these guys off the top of my head. But they're obnoxious to deal with because when you defeat them, they like fart out a giant thing of fire, which can really hurt your Pikmin if you're not being careful. So I recommend you don't have anything but raids in this area for a moment. We should be okay in theory. And with these guys, you also have to like throw it directly on top of their heads. Forming them won't work because their legs are too tall or whatever. Okay, not a good time to swarm. Take care of that. Okay, swarm, 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 swarm. Okay. I do not like Wallywog. They are not very nice and they're not invited to my birthday party. Alright. One of the treasures was inside that jerk face, so yay, we're able to do a thing. Alright then. Creative inspiration. I like RC. RC's pretty yummy. Alright, not too bad because we can just whistle the Pikmin back to safety. There, and then... Ah, that was a pretty nice drop right there. Don't get used to seeing that, though, because the later dungeons in this game are going to be pretty mean with what they'll drop from the ceiling. Alright, there's gonna be another treasure beyond the gate. I believe it says these 3 treasures on the floor. So, all things considered, it's not so bad. Paradoxical enigma. What exactly is the function of a rubber duck? Alright, so now that we've got the final treasure, presumably, unless I'm mistaken, which is entirely possible. Alright, now I'm going to need you to do me a favor, everybody watching this video. I want you to lean super close to your monitor and puck out your lips, because we're going to get your makeup done. Do, 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 do. You look fabulous, darling. Alright, so now we're moving on this way. Okay, so something I've been genuinely curious about for a while. What does eyeshadow feel like? Like, you know, the eyeshadow thingy where there's like coloring on the eyelid? Because there's one lady I work with who has like a super cool looking, like kind of gray sparkly like eyeshadow. And I'm genuinely curious what it feels like. Is it one of those things where you put it on once per day, or do you put it on and it stays there for a while? Because I'm genuinely curious about stuff like that.